holds both alike in dignity in fair Verona, where we lay our scene. From ancient grudge break to new mutiny, where civil blood makes civil hands unclean. From forth the fatal loins of these two foes, a pair of star-crossed lovers take their life, whose misadventured pitches overthrows doth with their death bury their parents' strife. The fearful passage of their death-marked love, and the continuance of their parents' rage, which but their children's end not could remove, is now the 2 hours traffic of our stage. The which of you with patient ears attend, what here shall miss, our toil shall strive to mend. So that's coming along. But in all seriousness, I just thought that would be fun. On Friday, my class put on our monologue production of Romeo and Juliet, so we all said the introductory choral passage. Not like that. It was actually very good. And then we each had a monologue. I was Lady Capulet. It was really, really fun. It went over really well, and our director was just, like, amazing. She's the director of the Free Will Players here in town, and she's, like, she's so good. It's awesome. So I thought I'd share that with you. Just a little thing I wanted to do. I, for the longest time, just hated Romeo and Juliet. Just loathed it entirely. Like, I thought they were so stupid, and, like, why do people think this was romantic, and blah, blah, blah. I do still have some of those thoughts. I think we, as a society, tend to take the play out of the context it was in at the time, because we just think they're idiots, they're so young, they're so stupid, but I think we forget that at the time the play was written and performed, they weren't young. People were getting married and popping out babies at super young ages, like, just unfathomable to us. I mean, when I did my text work for Lady Capulet's character, I kind of realized, I sat there and I was like, holy shit, she's 26 years old. She had Juliet when she was like 12 or 11, and that wasn't uncommon. And I mean, just the more I study it and the more I research the characters and think about, like, what they're actually going through and try and sympathize with them so you can act them, it really changes the way you think about a play or a text or anything, like, if you really consider it. Which kind of brings me to my next point. Different plays and different novels I've actually found I get a kind of Stockholm syndrome with. Like, I hate them when I first read them, and I think they're so stupid, and they bother me, and they're boring, and then I am forced to study them, and I go back and I reread them, and I read them again, and I look at them critically, and I wind up loving them. They wind up becoming some of my favorite texts. I wouldn't say Romeo and Juliet's my favorite text, but I do enjoy it now. Like, I do like it after the work I've done on it. And major 2 examples I can think of this are Arthur Miller's Death of a Salesman, which, like, I love now. Arthur Miller's writing is just so good. He's wonderful. His words just, like, ugh. And also, The Love Song of J. Alfred Prufrock by T.S. Eliot is probably the other major thing I read it the first time, and I was like, fucking bullshit. Like, I don't have time for this. And then it just grew on me. It just snuck up on me, and now I love it forever. So, dear viewers, I would love to know, do you have any books, novels, movies, poems, songs, bands that you hated when you first heard them, but have grown to have a very special place in your heart? Alright, guys, I have to go sort out my bedroom because it's a nightmare. Have a good week.